Moving through session this week, Senator, a couple of major bills for you, a couple of big committee hearings involved with that as well. One of those is your personal property tax bill. That's Senate Bill 725.
Yes, my Senate Bill 725 was heard this week in the Senate Committee on Economic Development Tax Policy. Senate Bill 725 would basically eliminate personal property taxes here in the state of Missouri. Missouri has one of the highest personal property tax rates out of any state in the United States. And so what this bill would do is provide some more income and revenue back into taxpayers' pockets. I'm not saying that some of those services that personal property taxes support aren't important. They are important. And in fact, they will continue to be funded because the premises of Senate Bill 25 is any increase in real property taxes, those taxes that you pay on your home, would go toward eliminating the personal property taxes. So, for example, if I'm just using some numbers here, if real taxes went up from $100 million to $110 million in the year, then there would be a $10 million cut in personal property taxes that next year. It seems to make sense, and it's been very popular with my constituents that I've been visiting with across the state.
More of a graduated approach, as it were, as opposed to a one-time, this is it kind of thing.
That's right. That's right. It's more of a graduated approach. And I know one of my colleagues always says that you should not pay rent to the government for owning your car or truck. And I most certainly believe that. You shouldn't pay more in personal property taxes on your 2010 Ford F-150 pickup truck this year than you did 5 years ago. We've seen that the values of used cars have skyrocketed, and we want to make sure that instead of increasing personal property taxes, people pay less in personal property taxes and get to keep that money in their own pockets.
We've heard a lot, especially in the last couple of years since the last time it was renewed, about what's called the FRA, and that's on its way back to the floor again this year.
Yeah, Senate Bill 748 we took up in Senate Appropriations Committee, and it was actually voted out of committee this morning. There were 12 yes votes and 1 no vote. I was the lone no vote. I do have some concerns about Senate Bill 748. What it's called is the FRA tax, Federal Reimbursement Allowance Tax. It does not include pro-life language that I believe that is very important and to be included. A little bit of history behind that is in 2020, the courts ruled that pro-life language could not be included in budget bills. Up until the year 2020, we included pro-life language in budget bills, and so we would not have to fund abortions and Planned Parenthood in the state and other organizations that are pro-choice and believe in abortion. That's why I believe that including the pro-life language in this FRA bill, Senate Bill 748, is of utmost importance, and why I voted no on the FRA bill in appropriations this morning, as it did not include the pro-life language that I believe is so vital to be included.
That court case, as you point out, kind of puts a wrench in things, and that pretty much tells the legislature what they can and can't do in some ways.
Yes, most certainly. With that court case, obviously it changed the way that we wrote budget bills, starting with the year 2020. It's unfortunate that pro-life language was struck down in the budget bills, but now we need to make sure that we include it in state statute, and one of those is being included in Senate Bill 748. There are some other opportunities to include that language on other bills as well, and I'm hopeful that we can, protect all life here in the state of Missouri and include that in the FRA extension bill.